for women to get men past the age of 30? Let's take a look.
4 ways to stop worrying about being 30 and single. Number 1, realize that you are in your prime. Like
Massive
your
cap.
sexual prime, your career prime.
Massive.
All of the primes, you're in it right now. So maybe you don't have a partner, but you have everything else going for you. Number 2, understand that a lot of your friends are going to be getting divorced in the next few years, and a lot of people you don't know. So the pool of people to meet is going to be like big again, and there's going to be a lot of suitors. Number 3, unlike people who chose partners in their early 20s or even late 20s, you're choosing the person that you know for a fact is good for you because you know yourself by now. And number 4, and my personal favorite, you get to learn from a lot of other people's mistakes and hear about their issues.
What's up, my authentic fam? Authentic Alphas back at it again. It's your boy Ayindei, here with another very, very important conversation that needs to be had. So today, what I'm going to give you guys is my 10, that's right, my top 10 reasons to avoid beginning relationships with women in their 30s. Now, you already know by the title, the women are going to hate this one, okay? But I'm going to give you guys straight up facts, okay? I'm going to tell you guys the real reason why you do not want to go down this road, regardless of how beautiful she is, no matter the beautiful song that she's singing you. These are 10 things that you cannot ignore. So shall we get started? Let's get started. And this one might be a long one, guys, so grab you a fucking drink and some snacks. All right? So, number 1 reason. Women past the age of 30 in Western society are a bunch of dicks. Now, what do I mean by dicks? Well, it's an acronym I came up with. There's a couple of them in here. You might like them. DIC. They're delusional, indoctrinated, and conditioned. Now, why do you need to stay clear of this and avoid it? Women are like vessels. I know you guys have heard this expression before, but they really are. Their minds are like empty containers when they're young. Their wombs are empty. Their box is empty. Their closets are empty. And they spend their adult life trying to fill up that very, very little bit of space that's left because they're already filled up with nonsense by the time they're 28. Where does this nonsense come from? Well, it comes from school, comes from media, society. So by the time you get them, you can't fit anything in there. What's the simple way of saying this? By the age of 28, they're pretty much who they're gonna be, and they're no longer coachable. Now, modern women will tell you, oh, what do you want me to be, a robot? You want me to be a slave? You want me to do whatever? Well, the way you say it doesn't sound too attractive, but yes, I would like to be able to coach my wife into being the woman I want her to be. I would like to be able to train her, so to speak, condition her, so to speak. Now, these are all bad words when it's a man doing it, but it's not bad when academia is doing it. It's not bad when some random celebrity is doing it. It's not bad when Oprah or Beyonce or Cardi B is indoctrinating them or conditioning them or training them. But somehow it's bad when you do it as a man. So that's reason number 1 to stay clear of women that are already in their 30s. It's not a good place to start a relationship, guys.
Just anymore, apparently. It's all just hooking out, friends with benefits, and never-ending talking stages. It's not at all what it used to be. Like, first comes love, then comes marriage, then comes the baby and the baby carriage. No. It is first comes sex, then comes ghosting, then comes emotional trauma and trust issues. And then everybody does the opposite of what you're supposed to. So if they like someone, they don't tell them. If they want to be with them, they act like they don't. Everybody wants what they can't have, but then when they have it, they don't appreciate it, so they lose it. So then they'll fight to get it back, and then when they get it back, they don't really want it because they didn't really want it anyway. They just wanted to get it back, but not really have it.
If you're a female over the age of 30 and you are still single and you were never able to lock down a man, let me tell you why. Okay? It's It's not because the system is rigged against you. So please stop playing victim. It's not because, oh, people don't know how to be in relationships anymore. People are just cheaters. No, it's not because of that at all. The reason why you're still single is because of this. You don't know how to treat men.
Already conditioned, and they're conditioned against you. Next up, number 2. They have plenty of dating experience, yet they still haven't figured out how to keep a man. So if a woman is already 28, 29, okay? You think she's just been twiddling her thumbs waiting on you? Oh no. She's been on plenty of dates. She's had plenty of experiences with men, plenty of sexual encounters. Some she doesn't even remember. And when you were 17, 18 and couldn't get a date with a girl your age, she was already getting banged out by guys a couple of years older than her. When you were college age, 23, 24, still struggling to kind of get a pretty girlfriend and try to, actually get a girl of your own, she was already getting banged out by older men. Some of them already married. Some of them already making great money. Okay, you were just some guy that was her equal or even less. So the point I'm trying to make is, if she still hasn't figured out how to stay in a committed relationship by her late 20s, why would you be the next ex? Because that's most likely going to happen, unless she just settles because she wants you to subsidize. Just saying.
Sooner or later, there comes a point in a man's life when he's got to face some facts. And one fact I got to face is that whatever it is that women like, I ain't got it. I chased after enough girls in my life. I went to enough dances. I got hurt enough. I don't want to get hurt no more. I just called up a girl this afternoon. I got a real brush off, boy. I figured I was past the point of being hurt, but that hurt. Some stupid woman who I didn't even want to call up. She gave me the brush. No, Ma, I don't want to go to Stardust Ballroom, because all that ever happened to me there was girls made me feel like I was a bug. I got feelings, I had enough pain. No thanks, Ma.
Let's get on to number 3. She would have rejected you in her youth before you built any value, but now that you have some value, you're going to hook up with this chick in a long-term relationship while her value is decreasing. See where I'm going with this, guys? Before you had built your value, she probably wouldn't have been bothered with you. But now that she's had all her fun and her excitement and her experiences, now she wants to sell you on love and commitment and a partnership, as her value is starting to decline and yours is either at its peak or starting to go towards its peak. Just a bad deal for you and a good deal for her.
Only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. A man is only loved under the condition that he provides something.
So, moving on to number 4. By the time a chick is, say, 30, right? I guarantee you she's going to be very hard to impress. Unless you're just that elite of a guy. But the average guy is probably not going to be able to impress a 30-year-old. She's probably already seen more than you've done. So she will be hard to impress, yet in a relationship, she will expect you to bring more than all her exes. So that's the thing about women. Every time they get out of a relationship, the next guy has to be better than the last guy. But are they better than they were with the last guy or the guy before? Say, are the women getting better as they break up with guys and move on? But I can guarantee you they expect the guy to be better. So after every boyfriend, she just adds some more requirements to the list. So her standards go up, her expectations go up, right? So where do you think you fit on that list by the time she's 30? How many boyfriends do you think she's had by the time she's 30? And you got to outdo all those guys. But is she outdoing a girl 10 years younger than her, 8 years younger than her, 5 years younger than her? But I guarantee you a 21, 22, 23-year-old will be a lot easier for you to impress. There's a lot of things you could do with her for the first time. And I keep telling you guys, women are all about experiences. Women live for experiences. So if you want to be admired, respect, you want to be valued, you got to be giving her valuable experiences that she hasn't already had. Just another thing to think about. We still got 6 more to go, guys. 6 more to go.
5-year-old bodybuilder, weightlifter, model, and actor. He is a true wonder from America. He starts bodybuilding at the very young age. He said, "I do not compromise in many areas of my life that are detrimental to my health or fitness, and generally my happiness as well. We don't speak for every muscle guy in the world. We want our muscle jocks to be more than stereotypes. Mr. Gerald Maragus is the Italian world for the future, and only want to feature those who add to positive dialogue of our communities and muscle culture. The 21st century is in desperate need of men with Gerald's courage, knowledge, and personality when it comes to living the muscle lifestyle and sharing with others. Gerald always does this through both his talents and business ventures, sharing and coaching in a positive, uplifting way." He said, "Most men over 50 do not eat correctly and have not learned to adapt their lifting styles to a mature lifter and continue to lift like they were 20 years old still." Behind his youthful looks and Instagrammable six-pack, Andy Wilkinson, a 56-year-old man from West Midlands, is regularly mistaken for a man in his 30s and is approached by women decades younger than him. The personal trainer, who has even been mistaken for his daughter's boyfriend.
Okay, so number 5. Men age much differently than women. I'm 40. Who would believe it? Okay? I'm in better shape now than I was at 20 or 25. How many women do you think are going to be in better shape at 40 than they were at 22, 23, 24, 25? I'm going to show you guys some pictures of me when I was 20, 21, 22. Scarecrow skinny. Scarecrow skinny. Okay? So if men are aging slower, right? Our bodies are holding on longer. We can still look great. That's what I have here. Number 5, men maintain longer and can look great at 50. What woman can look great at 50? What woman can look better than 25-year-olds at 50? But I've seen guys in their 40s, late 40s, and there's some guys that are even in their 50s looking great. Got a 6-pack, salt and pepper beard, or it's just, you know, platinum silver or whatever the hell. And young girls are drooling over them. If you're taking care of yourself in your 40s and 50s and you're looking great, get yourself an adequate counterpart, which is going to be a woman, maybe even half your age. But you deserve it. If you've been working hard and taking care of yourself and you got your finances in order and you can travel the world and you can offer experiences, you can support, you can provide, why sell yourself short? If you're going to pay for it, you might as well pay for the best one available to you. And it ain't going to be a 40-something-year-old chick, and it ain't going to be a chick in her late 30s, guys. Just keeping it real. Women, you're going to hate me for this one, but hey, listen, where was all that sympathy and empathy when guys were in their late teens and early 20s? Did the women give a damn how much guys were struggling? Nope, they didn't. So we're not going to care when they're struggling in their 30s. Older men with younger women are a more complementary relationship. Have you seen guys that are 38, 39, 40, 42, 44, 45, and they got women 15 years younger than them? Notice how that relationship seems to flow a lot better. She has no problem letting this man lead and make the decisions. She's not contending him. She's not challenging him. She's not competing with him. She just can't wait to see what he's going to do next. We all want that. Only some of us deserve it. And if you deserve it, why squander that being with a pass wall chick? It's just stupid. You guys work too hard for that.
You are not old. You are not getting old. You have so much life ahead of you. If you have dreams and passions you want to pursue, go for it. I thought I was doomed, that if I didn't have my relationship and my career and everything down by the time I was in my mid-20s, I was doomed to this average, boring, unfulfilling life. And it's so untrue. I met my husband now when I was 34. We've had a beautiful relationship I never thought I'd have, 3 more kids together. I started social media when I was almost 40, just a few months shy. I have built that to over 500,000 followers between different platforms, grown businesses that I truly love and enjoy. Life has been more fulfilling for me since my mid-30s than it ever was before that. So just know that your best years are ahead of you and you are never too old and it's never too late.
Plan life. When you're in your 20s, when you're in your 30s, you're always thinking, I need to get married by this age or have kids by this age, and I want to have 2 kids, and I want my husband to look like this, and I want this, and I want this. And it never or very rarely works out that way. Okay, I thought by the time I was 30, I was going to have 2 kids and this certain husband. I did get married, and then I got divorced. And then I met somebody who's 23 years older and the opposite of the person I thought I was going to marry. And then I decided I didn't want kids. And so now I'm 42, no kids, with a totally different husband than I pictured, but I love my life. And you just can't plan what's going to happen. You can't plan life. You never know where it's going to lead you. So just give up on that whole, like, it has to be this way or I'm not going to be happy.
If you get with a woman that's post-wall, meaning you begin the relationship when she's already in her 30s, what you're doing is you're rescuing her and you're also rewarding her for all this carousel riding. When what you should be doing is rewarding yourself with a woman in her early 20s, mid-20s latest. Okay? So what I like to tell guys is that 25 is old enough to be responsible, but it's young enough to still be fun and be coachable. So that's what you guys should be hitting for. I don't care if you're 30, I don't care if you're 35, I don't care if you're 40. You should be hitting for mid-20s. And if you are in your mid-20s, you guys should be hitting for late teens. If you guys are 24, 25, you should be looking at girls that are 18, 19, 20. You can get them before drinking age. She should be partying with you on her 21st birthday. Number 8. Women in their 30s come with a ticket to the fair. It's another acronym. Now, fair. F-A-I-R. Okay? What's that F for? Failure. Because she's failed at all her past relationships.
You don't have to date someone because they're like, I'm a good person and I deserve you. You aren't a commodity, you're a human being. Date people that you like and you are attracted to. Don't date people who try to bully you into dating them. You are not a vending machine. It's not, I put the quarters in, I should get the Snickers bar. That's not how your body works. That's not how who you are works. Only go out with people who rock your soul and you have a enjoyable, wonderful time with and that you're attracted to. And if you aren't attracted to them, it doesn't mean that you're being cruel to them if you choose not to date them.
Okay. What's that A for? Anger. Because she's going to be angry at whatever these guys in the past did to her. All the guys that ghosted her, all the guys that used her for sex, all the guys that lied to her, all of that. She's bringing all that anger and animosity into the relationship.
Stop overextending yourself. Nobody cares, literally. And even if they do, fuck them. Stop overextending yourself. Choose you. Bet on you. Every time. Choose you. Put you first. Every day. And that dude that you're trying to change, you're wasting your time. You are going to wake up in your 70s bankrupt morally, financially, psychologically, emotionally. Dump his ass! Better yet, make him your stepson. Oh, one more thing. You're going to be sexier in your 40s and your 50s. So again, choose you. Dump his ass. Bet on you. Every day.
What else is she bringing? Insecurities. That's another thing, guys, you have to understand, is that when women hit the wall, they become extremely insecure, and there's nothing that you can do about that.
I got more than one. Take more pictures with your loved ones, not of them, with them. Me time is not selfish, it's essential. Your friendships are just as important as your partnerships. Just put the damn swimsuit on and go have fun. There is no shame in asking for help. If you don't want to do it, say no. Girl, donate those clothes. If you lose the weight, you're going to want new clothes anyway. Be kinder to yourself. You're doing the best you can, and you are enough.
Doesn't matter how many times you say I love you. Doesn't matter how many times you tell her she's beautiful. Doesn't matter how many times you tell her you think her crow's feet are cute. Trust me, when a woman is insecure, there's nothing you can do. If you're a good-looking guy and you're like damn near out of her league, but you choose to be with her, her insecurity about that's never going to go away. She's constantly going to tear herself apart on the inside because she knows that you can do better. So even if you don't want to do better, even if you don't act on it, you don't act on your options, that's not going to solve or cure her insecurity. I'm telling you guys, it sounds counterproductive. It sounds like that doesn't make any sense. If I'm committed or whatever, she should be. No, she's not. You not cheating is not going to stop her from being insecure about you cheating. It's just the way it is, bro. You can't remedy age. There's nothing that you can do. There's no money in the world that's going to turn back the clock. But she will deplete your bank account on collagen, on Botox, on boob jobs, on BBLs, on lipo. Oh yeah, she'll deplete your money trying to get all these operations and procedures to look younger, but she's still going to be just as insecure as she started.
Oh, so many, but I'm going to give you two. Of all the things that you believe are priorities, nothing is more important than your health. Experience and education is important, but your health is the driver of possibilities. And secondly, you don't have to grow up to be that one thing you thought you would be when you were making a decision at 18. You are literally going to continue to grow up at every stage of your life. So embrace all of the experiences, and if you don't like them, you get to create new ones.
I'm just being honest with you guys. If you don't want to believe me, go learn the hard way. Go learn the hard way and get you a woman that's 30-something years old and start a relationship with her. Begin a relationship with a woman in her 30s and come back to me and tell me how that went.
What I'm about to say is something that I wish women would have an honest conversation about. And it's that you only get a certain amount of time to have your own biological children. It's not a popular conversation among career-minded women. And it's not a conversation that men have to have. This burden is strictly on us women. But the reality is that the trajectory of our careers kicks off in our late 20s. We're gung-ho by the time that we're in our 30s. And we often want to keep that momentum going, and so we focus on our careers. The problem with that is that children don't come sometimes as easily as you think they're going to. Life can throw you some crazy curveballs. I was young when I was diagnosed with cancer and then couldn't have my own children. I'm just lucky that my now husband had 2 children of his own, so I get to be a mommy. The point is that you can have it all. You've just got to plan for it all.
Number 9, they are obviously and biologically less fertile. So if you're looking for the long haul, you're looking for marriage, you're looking for a family, why would you make the investment in the female that's post-wall, less fertile, and is going to be a less youthful and energetic mother? Also, she's likely to lose her body after delivering said baby if she's already past her mid-20s. Again, I didn't make the rules. I didn't design human beings. I didn't design the human woman, all right? But that's what they are biologically, okay? So when they're, running in slow motion on the beach at 24, that's their prime. That Baywatch shit right there, that's their prime. But you don't want Pamela Lee Anderson now. In the 90s, yes. 2000 and something, no.
Take up space. Since before we could walk, we have been conditioned to make ourselves small, quiet, agreeable, comforting. Unlearn it. Talk loud, laugh hard, howl at the fucking moon, man spread, and fight for other women to do the same.
You look so pretty. Come here. A lot of us didn't have kids, and we don't regret it. The choices aren't just motherhood or crazy cat lady. You're gonna be fine. Wear sunscreen.
You are building a fuck off fund. What's a fuck off fund? It's about 3 months of living expenses so you can always walk away from a bad job, bad living situation, or bad...
Ladies, don't you ever get caught without having your own source of income. I don't want you feeling trapped. You gotta have freedom to make choices.
Now, number 10, so we can be one and done. Number 10 is you can't trust them or their friends. I'm sorry, you can't. If you haven't already been with a woman and you stayed with her through her late 20s into her 30s, I'm sorry, you can't trust her. She's already going to have the mentality of, let me have some money aside from myself that he doesn't know about in case I need to leave him. See what I'm saying? She's already going to be comparing you to all these guys in the past. She's already going to be resentful because you weren't her first choice. See what I'm trying to say, man? She's already going to be telling herself, he can up and leave me at any time. So if she can't trust you, then you can't trust her. And I also put in there that you can't trust her friends. If a woman is in her 30s, chances are her friends are also in their 30s, okay? And if these miserable bitches are single, whew, the negative feedback that she's going to be getting from her friends against you. And if her friends are in relationships, they probably are unhappy in those relationships and might be considering divorce themselves. Their husbands might be simps or cunks, in which case she's going to be being influenced by her friends, and her friends are going to be telling you that she needs to get you in shape and get you under control, like how they got their husbands and their sucker ass, soft ass husbands and boyfriends. You want that type of feedback? Or you want to be with a chick that's in her early or mid 20s and her friends are all saying that she's lucky that she has this strong, established, distinguished, reliable man. I'm just here kicking facts to you guys, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm kicking facts to you young guys. You know what I'm saying? You grown ass dudes and you older dudes. I'm just kicking facts. Some of you dudes, are probably old enough to have been married already, so you know what I'm talking about. You've experienced what it's like to be with a woman in her 30s. And some of you young guys are out here thinking it's cool to don't do that. All right? Have a relationship based on, honesty with them. Have a good time with them sexually. Learn as much as you can, but you do not commit to cougars. I know you young boys fall in love easy, and the women have the advantage because they have the experience to run game on your young ass, but you got me. You got authentic alphas here, okay? To give you that real. So you don't get manipulated and get your head ran by some chicks. Don't be a gal clown. All right, so I'm gonna get up out of here, guys. I hope you guys found this, informative and educational. I got your back. I'm trying to help you. If you want to go against the advice and get burned, go ahead, put your hand on that stove. Okay, go ahead, put your hand on that stove. But if you have an easier time getting women in their 30s than you do in their mid 20s, ask yourself why. Could it be like Buddy was saying in my intro that women have a harder time dating in their 30s? Could it be they're less desirable? Just think about it. All right. If other men don't want them and other men didn't want them and other men didn't keep them, neither do you. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.